Hi, my name is Catherine Went with Syscon, and thanks for taking a moment of your time. Today I wanted to share a couple of tips for Sage 100 Contractor, so if that's not you, thanks for checking in. We'll catch you next time. For the rest of you, I just have two short tips. One is about stored materials and retention. So if you use the 3.7 screen progress billing, and that's kind of the G702, 703 style format with a schedule of values, and you are using retention, perhaps you start at 10% retention and reduce retention during the job. Some of you need to put in for stored materials, especially during the winter months. So as you do that, you also want retention on that. And you do the calculate, and it doesn't calculate the retention on those stored materials. So what are you supposed to do? So here's what you do. In the lower left corner, in the Setup tab, the default 10% that you put in is considered a primary retention rate, and you actually need to put the retention rate in the material field as well. So for instance, 10 could be the primary, but on stored materials it might be 5, or maybe it's still 10. Fill in that additional box, save, recalculate again, your retention will be there. And thank you, Michaela, for bringing that question up. The second one is subcontract hold. So I know many of you have maybe just a few subcontractors you use, and several of you have quite a few subcontractors that you use, and you want to maintain a pretty tight leash on making sure that they are paid when you are paid, and that any retention you might hold against them is released and paid to them as you are receiving retention. So some of the workflows that I've seen people use are the status 2 review status in the AP entry screen, and that way when you're calling up invoices to set them to pay, you only choose status 1s, and those aren't there, you won't accidentally pay them early. But another one that you might consider is going to the subcontract screen, 671, and checking the box for hold payment. That way, you won't accidentally set some of those dollars to pay either before you're paid or with release of retention. It's a simple step. It will help you control your AP checks to them, and then when you're ready and you've been paid, you just uncheck that box, save, and everything will show up in your AP. We do not recommend that you hold those off on the side and not enter them into your accounting system. You need to know where you are on the job. You need all the costs entered to date. You need to know where you are on your subcontracts, both for your own well-being and what you owe, as well as for your work in progress reports. If you have any questions or input on either of these or other things you would like to hear some tips on, please let us know. Thanks for your time, and have a great rest of your week.